Well, even with all the buildings along the Las Vegas Strip and all the action here, this is one of the city's biggest attractions. Allegiant Stadium opened back in 2020.
Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 to 27. The first carry now for Tony Pollard. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. You talk about this Chiefs defense.
This unit, they're hoping to improve against the pass because right now, Charles, number 27 in the NFL.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
Now run straight ahead with Warren. And some room to work. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45.
That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon.
The Raiders at 10-2 on the year, and they coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Pollard, he'll take it up the gut. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. This defense for the Chiefs, they were excellent last week in the win over the Chargers.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Now Wilson.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have the Raiders first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2.
And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Now Wilson.
This one complete. It's Devon Velo. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas.
A great play there.
His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Well, they spoke about the importance of getting off to a good start, and they're on their first drive, Charles, into the end zone for the touchdown.
And what an advantage for them. They're already clicking one drive in, didn't need to wait to get up to full speed. We had heard about the extra time they put in with each other, trying to learn each other's skills, what they like, the whole deal, and it paid off early in this one. I would expect them to keep firing on the next drive and keep that connection going.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10, right at the 30.
They'll start the drive here with Pacheco.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
You look at this Raiders defense.
And they come into top 10 unit against the pass, currently 8th in the NFL.
And while teams don't like to talk about it, they're pretty proud of their rankings. But this ranking is going to be put to the test today because they're going up against a top 5 passing offense in this one.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. Play action. Now it's Mahomes.
That's complete. It's Travis Kelce.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2. Let's see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a 1st down.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
They go play fake. Mahomes.
And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
I don't see more than trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Looking to throw is Mahomes.
And that falls to the ground. Incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
Against a team coming off a win, just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. He's going deep for Brown.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Merrick. And the Raiders will take over here just shy of the 30.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside the quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
And, of course, this a critical game in regards to not just the division race, but playoff seeding as well. They are a game up, but a loss here could really muddy the waters.
And both of these teams want to clear things up about how they feel about each other and their standing in the league. Because these two teams, they've really been the cream of the crop in their division. So this game, it's been looming on both of their schedules.
On the give, it's Warren.
And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the 1st quarter.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory right at the 40.
A handoff for Warren.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Second quarter from Vegas. The homestanding Raiders with a football here,
as they are looking at a 2nd down and 6 coming up. Throwing is Wilson. That's complete into the hands of Myers. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Here's Wilson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And this won't get there. Won't be online either. It's no good. Off to the right, and this will remain a 1-touchdown game.
Trying to build on that opening drive touchdown, but the drive stalls out. And then you get the missed field goal here, so they wind up with nothing to show from drive number 2.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Mahomes going to throw. This is caught. It's gone. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A gain there of 30 big ones.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Now Mahomes.
Got a man over the middle, Worthy.
It'll go as a gain of 4. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Motion man right is Rice. Now here's a fake on the jet sweep as they'll go instead with Pacheco.
And he stopped immediately there.
Nate Hobbs there to bring him down. You don't see that a ton, do you? With a cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive.
Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Second down and a yard. Going to run again here with Pollard.
And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there.
52 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Here's Warren.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. And that led to a really nice gain.
And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
2nd and 10. Now a run with Warren.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and turn his legs for a really nice pickup.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. To throw is Wilson.
That's into the hands of his tight end, Bowers.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes.
And the Raiders will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
Oh, I was just about to say he hadn't missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. On as the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away.
And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. They'll drop this off to Pacheco. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Mahomes now to throw. Pitch and catch here to Travis Kelce. And, he takes a shot at the end of that play. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Another pass into the reliable hands of Kelce. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Here's Mahomes to throw. That's into the hands of Worthy. That one a first down pickup of 8. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. It'll be the Chiefs football to begin quarter number 3, and they trail here as we are back underway now on EA Sports. And we will not see a return of the dynamic kickoff, and the first drive of the second half will commence from the 30-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Well, out of the locker rooms here they come. Their first drive of the third quarter. And, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game, but we got a tight one set up to be a very entertaining second half.
And as we know, partner, in the NFL, there's trailing and there's trailing, right? Sometimes you're discouraged by how much you're down, but in this case, this is a tight ball game, so there's a sense of optimism here. I think they went into the half and looked at their play sheet and said, these are the plays we really like. What do you say we use them to start the second half and get us going?
In motion, the tight end, Kelce. Now here's Mahomes. Open man here. It's the tight end, Kelce. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. 27 yards there, a first down.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
Headed straight, it's Pacheco. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Tackled by Isaiah Simmons. Defense doing their job, really nowhere to run the football.
Yeah, it's almost textbook, wasn't it? Every place he tried to find an open spot, there just wasn't one. Congrats to the defense, no gain.
Call fitting your gaps, right?
I love it. You're exactly right.
Short throw hauled in by Kelce. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
Completion was given up, and that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
To throw, it's Mahomes. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Nate Hobbs. A little juke.
Evades the tackler, and now some space. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
Well, I certainly think that we're seeing a big reason why this team is struggling to put points on the board so far, because too many of their drives have ended in turnovers already, and we still have almost a full half of football yet to play.
They toss it down to Pollard.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Play action. Now Wilson. Throw left side complete. That's Tucker. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now.
And the Raiders take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points.
Partner, remember that old film of Peyton Manning going through the route tree with his great receivers in Indianapolis? I think we're seeing the results of the same type of work here today. These guys know each other so well, they don't even have to call the play. They can just look each other and know the route that's going to be run, and usually the connection is perfect.
And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive.
But not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
Throwing now is Mahomes.
That's complete, left side to Worthy.
And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. 70th catch for him on the year, and like so many others, this goes for a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
In motion, the tight end, Kelsey. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Pitch and catch here to Travis Kelsey. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender, but the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd down and 5. Pacheco gets it up the gut. And they'll hold him to 3 there as he takes this up to the 47.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature and make sure you don't get hurt.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. He'll look to throw.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 41-yard line. The 3rd down conversion is successful. Give them 12 yards that time. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 41. He'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Mahomes. That'll be caught by Rice. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 11 more on that one, and another 1st down.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
3rd quarter from Southern Nevada. Here's a 2nd and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Pacheco.
And power running here down to the 6-yard line. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Rolling to his left. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
They're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the 1st down. And this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
Here's 2nd and 7.
From the shotgun, Wilson.
Short throw caught by Bowers.
And he's dropped just shy of the 25 at the 24. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a 1st down.
And the Las Vegas 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
On the run, it's Warren.
And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need.
Trent McDuffie with a pick.
And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Brown. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. That one good for 12 yards in a Kansas City first.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
Short completion, just 4 yards, and it's 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Now a 2nd and 6.
Looking to throw is Mahomes.
That's into the hands of Worthy once again.
And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown.
Xavier Worthy.
A 22-yard touchdown grab.
And the Chiefs have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th.
So now a big spot here as the Chiefs will indeed go for 2. In motion, the tight end, Kelsey. Mahomes will throw for it. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping to you on the other side of the ball saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. If there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
Throwing is Wilson.
It's Myers again with another catch.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His 2nd catch in a row, 1st down.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
They'll run it. Warren
trying to run inside, but nothing there. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10.
out of the gun, a give to Pollard.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Here is 3rd and 5.
Now Wilson.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Now we get a stoppage because a member of the Raiders shaken up on that one. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down.
The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Now a quick throw out wide to Myers. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Jacoby Myers, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Raiders extend this 4th quarter lead, and they are getting closer and closer to win number 11. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is up to 15 now.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Mahomes. He'll get this complete to Worthy.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Passing lanes tough to come by with so many defensive backs on the field here late in the game. And it's not just the number of bodies, it's their quickness and their agility that makes it tough to complete a pass.
Mahomes to throw it.
He's going to let it fly. And this is caught. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown.
Xavier Worthy.
His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game.
And the Chiefs are able to cut into that deficit. And he continues to be a focal point of this offense. That's now 10 touchdown catches for him on the year.
Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion.
Mahomes will throw.
And that one is caught. So they convert here, and don't look now, but this one's back to a 1-score game. So a 7-point game. They'll need a recovery, the touchdown, and an extra point to tie. And the hands team for the Raiders able to secure it. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
What a ball game this was. What an atmosphere this was. And the home team getting the late touchdown, getting the victory, and now everybody in this building can file away with smiles on their faces.
And what do real estate people tell us all the time? It's location, location, location. So being at home, that can be a big deal because remember, they were down to their final chance to retake the lead. That home field advantage, I think it helped fuel all of what happened for them down the stretch. A huge win.
So for the Raiders, the win pushes their record now to 11-2 on the year.